ho, ho. Let's hear this news. Ho, 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 ho. Let's hear this news.
The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson, and today we have some really big news in terms of the DC Universe, specifically about the new Batman movie. The DC Universe is resetting under the helm of James Gunn and Peter Safran. DC Studios has announced their Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, and James Gunn has confirmed that the new introduction of the new Batman is going to come in the movie, which is currently titled The Brave and the Bold. And this, of course, is taken directly from the comics, and also there was an animated series back in 2008 that ran for 3 seasons.
I saw a little bit of that.
The Brave and the Bold. And obviously fans are very excited for a new Batman to come into a new DC universe. And just to make sure everybody is aware of this, this is not Robert Pattinson's Batman from The Batman. They are doing The Batman 2, but this is what James Gunn calls DC Elseworlds, meaning that they're not going to be a part of the main DC connected universe. So the Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman, is not going to have any type of connection to this new Batman, or the new universe in general as far as we're concerned. But today we got a pretty big update about this film, which comes as a nice surprise as we haven't really gotten much updates about any of the films, with the exception of getting a release date for Superman Legacy. But it seems that the Batman, the Brave and the Bold now has its director. It looks like James Gunn has locked down Andy Muschietti. And if that name sounds familiar, well, that's because Andy Muschietti is directing, or has already directed, the Flash movie with Ezra Miller. Now, this report is coming from One Take.
As long as the Flash is great, I ain't got no problem with this choice.
That big of a surprise, because James Gunn, before in the past, has stated that he would love Andy Muschietti for another project. He actually said he wanted him for another project. Plus, not to mention, when Andy Muschietti was promoting The Flash in Toronto, Canada, he was asked what he would do if he had his own Batman film to direct, in which he responded, "I don't think I can talk to that yet," which was very surprising at the time and made people think, well, since he can't talk about it, maybe he is already attached to a project. And it looks like that was indeed the case, because if you're not involved with a new Batman project at all, you can definitely say what your thoughts are and what you would like to do if you had that opportunity, but it does look like he was already attached to it, so couldn't really say anything. So Andy Muschietti is directing The Flash and the upcoming Batman movie, The Brave and the Bold. One Take News, when reporting the news, said this: "The rumors are true. Fresh off of heaps of early praise for The Flash, Andy Muschietti has been tapped to direct The Brave and the Bold for DC Studios. One Take News has confirmed with multiple sources. Plus, other insiders have tweeted about this as well, such as Viewer Anon and My
The
Time
trailers are looking
all backing
great.
up the same report. And this news comes at kind of
As long
a
as this
really
is great,
time. The Flash movie has already been shown to some fans and a lot of journalists, and everybody so far has praised this movie, stating that it's just phenomenal, one of the best superhero movies
all keep saying it.
maybe one of the best movies ever made. And some of you might have heard the Tom Cruise story when it comes to the Flash movie. If you haven't, here's a quick recap. Tom Cruise met with Warner Brothers about something. We're not going to really speculate too much on that. But they talked about the Flash movie,
Green Lantern.
heard about it, and he said that he wanted to watch it. And what do you do if you're the head of Warner Brothers? Well, you let Tom Cruise watch the movie. So somebody brought him over a secure version of the movie to his house, stayed there until he watched the whole thing, picked it back up, and left. And what did Tom Cruise think of it? Well, he thought it was phenomenal. He thought it was so good that he even called up the director, Andy Muschietti, who he had never met before, but he called him up and he gave him praise for the movie because he thought it was so good, and he said that this is a kind of movie that the world needs to see right now. And we'll figure out what that means soon when the movie comes out. But Andy Muschietti got the praise and has been getting the praise for this film, The Flash. So it comes as no surprise that James Gunn was so impressed with his work on The Flash that he wants him to direct The Batman, The Brave and the Bold. So if the Flash movie really is as good as everybody has been saying it is, then this is an absolute win for The Brave and the Bold and the new Batman coming to the DCU. Now, what's really interesting about this is that if they have already gotten the director for the film, that means they're somewhat far along with the process of getting the script together, finalizing the story, starting to get the cast together, and eventually beginning pre-production. So things are moving for our new Batman coming to the DCU. And right now we know that James Gunn is kind of taking some time off after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and really focusing on his new job at DC. And right now he's taking time to basically work on all of the projects that are coming up. He even said recently that he's taking some time off of kind of debunking a lot of things that go around on Instagram and Twitter and etc. So it does seem like the movie is underway. And what we know so far as the release date is concerned, we don't know anything official for the new Brave and the Bold movie. However, we do have a release date for Superman Legacy. Superman Legacy right now has a current planned release date for July 11th of 2025. And based off of part of Chapter 1 of the new DCU that James Gunn has laid out, Superman Legacy is coming out before The Brave and the Bold. And if the order of movies and projects that James Gunn announced for his part of Chapter 1 reveal remains the same, then that means that there are 3 projects coming out between Superman Legacy and The Brave and the Bold. We have one movie, The Authority, and then we have 2 shows, Precinct Earth and Paradise Lost. Now, the shows shouldn't really get in the way of movie releases, and Superman Legacy is coming out in the middle of 2025. So The Authority could come out in the beginning of 2026, which means we could be getting the new Batman in the DCU mid-2026 to the end of 2026. It is very much looking like a 2026
Is that Batman on the
release date,
left?
especially if you
Someone help me
also
out.
consider that the Batman 2 with Robert Pattinson's Batman is releasing on October 3rd of 2025. So they definitely won't release their new Batman movie, the new Batman in the new DC universe, at the same time or kind of very close to Batman 2, because that would, one, not only confuse audiences, but 2, probably affect them at the box office. Again, they exist in separate universes. They do not connect with each other, at least that's what they've said
Not
so
yet.
far. But the best
Not yet.
business decision would, of course, be to not release them that close together. So it does look like I mentioned, that mid to late 2026 release date to get our new Batman in the DC universe, which will reportedly be directed by Andy Muschietti. And again, if The Flash is really as good as everybody's saying it is, then we have great hopes for the new Batman. But hey, let us know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Also, if you were one of the lucky people who got to see the Flash movie, please let us know your thoughts about that movie down below in the comments as well. We are also doing a giveaway. We do one each month. The winner gets to pick between an Xbox Series X, a PS5, some Marvel Legends items, or some...
Stop it right there. First of all, I got invited twice by Warner Bros. To see The Flash. Twice! And the first email I forgot to get back to. And by the time I got back to it, it was past the date to reply. And the second email, I also got to, but I got to it, I saw it, but then I got back to it, a few hours later, and I thought that it was reserved. No. It was first come, first serve. That rhyme made to play the game bars, so I had to get on the waiting list. So, I don't know if I'm going to get to see The Flash early. So, I would have had a chance to see it, a while ago, like a few other people did. And also, last week or something like that. But it just, whatever. So, Warner Brothers, send me another email. And it just made me think of how Tom Cruise called Muschietti, talking about how great the movie was. I was speaking to someone else that I know in Hollywood, and they were telling me that they got a call from him. And it was earlier in their career, and they were like, that they didn't believe that he had called. He left a message, and they didn't believe it was him. So I find that funny. So I guess that's the thing that Tom Cruise does. He likes your work. He picks up the phone and gives you a call. That, sir, is initiative, and that's why he is where he is. So here's my thing. Andy Muschietti, he directed, what did he direct? It. Let me see here. Andy Muschietti movies. It. Mama. It Chapter 2. Flash. Cool. Okay, so I love the It movies. I had a good time in the It movies. The trailers are looking great for Flash. So, if this indeed is as great as everyone has been saying, and it's not just marketing from them, then I'm a happy camper because I already, for the most part, like what I have seen in the trailers. So, we'll see. I've had some fans write me telling me that they saw it in movies garbage. I don't know that until I see it. Get what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm taking your opinions into consideration, and I will walk into the theater with that, while also having an open mind that it could be great. I personally, look, I've been doing this long enough. The fact of the matter is there could be excellent trailers and horrible movies sometimes for horrible movies. So you never know. Sometimes there's excellent trailers for excellent movies. So post comments down below. Let me know what you all think about this news. Are you happy that he's attached to this or not? Let me know. 10 million subscribers.